on JD Outdoors Nation. I'll be tying the pheasant tail. First, you're going to start your thread base by advancing wraps forward, then advance wraps backwards until you get over that thread. Once you get over the thread, then you can snip your excess thread free. Once you do that, you can advance wraps backwards towards the hook, end of the hook where the hook lines up with the point. Once you do that, you will grab your pheasant tail fibers right here, and you're going to snip off that white at the end. Once you do that, you will get, this is part of the tail, you'll get your tail length. It shouldn't be too big, it shouldn't be the hook length, it should be like half of that. So get like half. It's like half like that. And then once you do that, you can lay that down. Once you do that, then you can advance wraps forward. After you do that, then you can whip finish. After you do that, then put it on your bobbin holder. I'm just adjusting this. Once you do that, grab your, I'm getting ahead of myself. Grab your bronze wire, because this is what holds your pheasant tail fibers. And tie that back to there. And then tie behind to get that wire behind there, and then advance wraps back forward. Then you can whip finish. Once you do that, then you can get your bobbin thread, put it to the side. Then grab your pheasant tail fibers, go around that hook, and then you're going to go around again. Keep doing this till you get close to the end of the hook. Once you do that, then make a wrap over your pheasant tail fibers. Then do some wraps in front and behind. Once you do that, then you can snip your excess pheasant fibers free, and then you can wrap over that. Once you do that, I'm going to whip finish again, and I'm using a rotary device when I do this, because now I'm going to put the wire around the pheasant tail to hold it. So you're going to put that on your bobbin holder on the side, grab your wire, wrap it around, I'm going to go back. You do it the opposite way, because then it creates a pattern of where it looks crisscross, because you just put the pheasant tail the other way, so it gives it more of a shine to it. Once you do that, then you can grab your wire and go over it, and then go in front. And then you can twist that off. After that, can add your peacock curl. Snip that white off there. Once you do that, you're going to add it. After you do that, you're going to whip finish again. Then going to make wraps around with that peacock. To do that, you can make wraps on that. Once I do that, then I can snip this excess free. Then, if you would like, because pheasant tail is also called, it has a Frenchie too. People call it a Frenchie because they add dubbing to it too. I'm going to add some ice dub in pink. So I'm going to add the ice dub, making wraps, and then making wraps in front. Once you do that, then you can whip finish, and this gives it a little more shine. You can whip finish. I'm gonna go 1, 2, dang it, it got stuck somehow. This never happens, but okay. Okay. Anyways, so you go down, over, 1, 1, 1. Dang, what is going on? What the actual freak? Come on, man. What is going on? Okay. We're locked in for those of you who are watching. And the rest of that dubbing you can take off because I added way too much. Then you're going to whip finish. Then I'm going to do 2 more. Because see how it comes off on the edge? Once you do that, snip your excess free. Trim those fibers on the bottom. Trim the ones on the top. Once you do that, then you can add some head cement. I'm going to use this. I'm going to put that on, and I don't have a UV light yet to secure all this head cement. So I'm just going to dab some on top. Once you do that, then you can spin your fly around. And there you have it, the pheasant tail. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe on JD Outdoors Nation. See you next time. Bye.